Welcome, Street Rats, to Night City. I'm the one and only Moxie 11, bringing you slightly biased news footage from the fourth wall. Before the evening ends, I give everyone an assignment to try and help with the Tiger Claw situation. Deeps will look for a suitable replacement building that's not in our backyard. Checkers look into disrupting power to the building to slow construction, while I work on the business proposal itself, Cammy helping anyone as they need. Before I can retire, however, Cammy talks to me about my brother's chip, mentioning she broke through the security, but the encryption is coded in a language that's before her time. Good news, she knows someone who can read it. Bad news, they're in the hot zone, and she suggests not going alone, returning the chip to me and leaving me to my thoughts. Meanwhile, on tour, Wraith is up to his usual party tricks.
I would like to talk some people into doing some Jackass-style stunts for my behind-the-scenes BD that I'm filming.
Okay. Yeah, you're easily able to convince many people to participate in this dramatic stunt where, yeah. Here's what it is. The tour bus that you're on, you guys all climb onto the top of it and start driving down the city, and they have like the amplifiers in the windows of the tour bus, and a few of the other band, Savage or Dead, plus you, plus a bunch of people are just like playing their music and dancing, and you have like these strobe lights going off while on top of the bus, and
can we also have
just
a wacky
like having a show in the
tube
street?
Man?
What?
Can we also have a wacky inflatable flailing arm tube man on the bus?
Sure. But yeah, you guys are having fun. This dude named Axel, who has really taken a liking to you, is just going nuts on top of there. At some point, he kicks the wacky inflatable tube man off the side of the bus into like a crowd of people who all like scramble to get out of the way as quickly as possible, and he just goes, "Woo!"
Nice.
While on tour, he's approached by Desiree Black of Black Productions, who wants to market his brand, something he later tells David Lee, asking if the two could work together. To be honest, she seems like a small-time corporate exec, and I'm surprised he'd have anything to do with her, even if it's a joint operation with David. The following day is an early one as we head to a scanty once I get a text from Swag. My video is ready, and he has 2 arcade machines he's willing to sell. While picking those up, he also hands over an advanced copy of the tortoise and the hair trigger, having finished compiling the footage. We don't stay long, heading back to the apartment where Checkers and Deep start dismantling the arcade machines, and I work on the business proposal, each of us taking turns watching the film.
One thing you would say that it has going for it is that there's no, like, while there is no, like, lead female role, there isn't, like, a cheesy romance either. It is genuinely just about a dude and his turtle. There, something not going for it is there's absolutely no character arc. None whatsoever. He doesn't like learn a lesson. He doesn't evolve in any way.
It's not a redemption arc.
It's nothing to do with that. Yeah, it's
just a man.
Literally just a dude about getting his turtle back.
Evening quickly approaches, and with it a text from Rex saying things got expedited, and if we're free he wants to meet at the hovel now. His shipment is arriving in an hour. The location has been changed from the docks to the maglev station, but he's done business with his contact before, a nomad by the name of Ajak.
My contact's name is Ajak. He pushes some buttons on his phone and slides it forward. And on the display is a picture of a man in a blue dirt bike racing jacket. I can speak. With a thin, like a thin framed face mask. It's kind of like a dull gray that comes out to a point where, like, it looks like it's melded with his skin in some sort of half, like, cybernetic jaw / nose replacement piece. And where at the very tip of that, there's like kind of a hole punched out where his nose would be. Above his right eye is a ring of red light in kind of like a bullseye sort of pattern. And it's covered in, the eye itself is covered in like jet black ink that's kind of like dripping down the side of his face. His eyes beneath that are of a kind of like a pale red color, and the guy looks pretty jacked. He's quite muscular.
Very few questions are asked before we head out, arriving early and setting up around the station. Deeps and Cammy next to terminals to hopefully hop into the architecture if things go wrong. We've spotted turrets in the ceilings, and some sort of spray near the bottom of the escalators, as well as a few other defences. 10 minutes late, Ajax and a bodyguard Sage finally appear, meeting Rex and I at the luggage carousel, and almost immediately we can tell something is wrong when Deeps radios that both station security personnel have deltaed. He also notices a man watching us intently.
Deeps, as you're kind of sitting there, you notice kind of not too far away beyond the ticket gate, kind of leaning against the half wall, somebody is watching you. The group. Specifically Ajax, Sage, Moxie, and Rex. The man is wearing a pretty dapper looking red suit with a black button-up and red tie folded neatly into the jacket. He has kind of these rubber like nubs covering his head, his scalp. And more specifically, his eyes are detailed by their cybernetic optics of some kind, and they have a red and black spiraling pattern that kind of turn around in like a hypnotic way.
It takes Deeps a moment until he realises he's seen the man in the red suit before, at the lantern when the group came to rescue Wraith and I. No sooner does Deeps realise this when two citizens stand and move almost robotically towards Rex and I. Things have certainly taken a turn, and if this double cross isn't for Rex, does that mean he decided to sell us out? Until then, stay safe, Cyberpunks. This has been your Shades of Scarlet recap with Moxie 11.